Ladies and gentlemen, joining me now.
Is this like bad, like outdoor patio furniture?
Just
what in the world is
Joe? You have no idea the stains. We had to mix and
I just
match.
pushed forward the whole thing. Can somebody get some super glue?
No, Joe. You have no idea.
It's a nice wicker.
You have no idea what we've been battling here, Joe.
Holy cow!
And I don't want to show you the other side of this pillow.
Yeah, I don't want the stains on this side are concerning.
The other side.
I mean, there's more DNA on this stuff. Holy cow!
Joining us now.
Are you kidding me?
You've heard him. His voice is immaculate. He was called unflappable, which I think
Who said that?
Some article.
Really?
Yeah, an article. I didn't say it. I would say it, but somebody else said it. Unflappable.
There's other things you could say about me too.
Like, go on.
They're not good.
Italian?
Well, yeah, sì, troppo sai Italian, certo.
Ciao.
Sì, molto napoletano. Bene? Sì.
Pasta, ravioli.
We'll coach you up a little bit on some Napoletan dialect. You understand there's a great
Joe
difference. You haven't even
Tessitore.
introduced
Joe
me.
Tessitore.
Thank you very much. I don't even know what I do for a living anymore after that introduction.
Well, I mean, I think you do a lot of things. You call boxing on ESPN.
You have a great fight Saturday night.
Look at that.
Unbelievable.
Right into
light heavyweight rematch there. Kovalev versus Alvarez on ESPN.
You're a promoter.
I'm a promoter.
Is boxing first love?
Football is my first love, but after 3 reconstructive ankle surgeries, boxing was the only. Now, boxing and football are my two. By the way, gentlemen, nice to see you.
Anthony DiGilio, he's Italian. He's an Irish from Boston.
Grazie.
That was one of my questions.
Sully
what
Fitz.
His favorite with Paul was.
Sully Fitz. It's like I'm a Boston.
He works
guy.
down at the
Yeah.
box.
Strangely enough, I will tell you this: my mother's side of the family. My mother was born and raised in Italy. Didn't come over to New York until very late. My aunts and uncles. I grew up in an Italian-speaking neighborhood in Schenectady, New York. My mother wasn't even an American citizen when I was born.
How good is the pizza there? Oh.
Schenectady, New York, Homestyle Pizzeria, Nino, Anthony. My cousin Paulie runs it now to this day with Anthony Adanino and Jojo Adanino.
All
my cousins.
I heard you
I'm
say
the only one that left Schenectady. Everybody else is shredding mozzarella. They're shredding mozzarella. They're frying fish. They're making wedding cakes. They're running banquet halls. I'm the only one that and you know what? I wish I stayed. It's a good life. You eat well, you're happy, you drink well, you eat well. Homestyle Pizzeria, Union Avenue, the best pizza you ever want to have in your life.
Oh my! You Italians are the best.
Anyways,
you
as
Italians.
I'm saying, strangely enough, you're an Irishman from Boston. You consider yourself a masshole.
Yeah, I mean, I do consider.
No, you are.
My family, we love that. We love the Irish.
Hell yeah.
We love the Irish. My wife's mezza calabrese, mezza Irish. She's half Calabria and half Irish.
Okay.
Which you do not want to mess with. That is
That's fiery there. That sounds a little fiery there, Joe.
When my father's side of the family came to America, they settled in Southie. They were the Italian family in Southie. Now, you know what Southie's like now.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine being the Tessitores in Southie.
I did not know this Italian history of
That's
Joe
a good
Tessitore.
pronunciation.
Yeah, well, of course it is. Yeah, Diggs, he basically lived in Italy.
But when I go on Monday Night Football, I have to speak English.
Well, do you ever? So your voice is such a distinct one. You're like the consummate professional.
Yours is too, Pat.
Appreciate a little raspy. I do.
But I like that. You know what I like? I like authenticity.
Let's
I like
go.
people who have an identity. You have a clear identity because
Currently
it's
wearing
for the
it.
brand.
Joe, let's dig right into that.
What about it?
Your kid's a kicker.
Well, you know, yes, my son is punts and kicks at Boston College.
You're one of the biggest humans,
I coached
though.
him for 4 years.
You're one of the biggest humans to ever reference for the brand, though.
Yeah.
Like
dude, I'm all about foot. You know what my Christmas present was? I had one Christmas present.
It was a sweater
for the brand Christmas
yes,
sweater.
Joe, I was so excited.
I wore it. I was drinking my red wine on Christmas. That's how I celebrated Christmas.
Oh my God! Because as soon as I saw it on the internet,
oh, it was great. It was great.
I literally, I saw it. I was like, "Holy shit!"
You know, my son John is a complete out of his mind nut. Like he's a specialist to the core.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Like he's out of his mind. This kid is so pure on addicted to WWE, to everything you put out. He's going to sports bars in Boston for pre-Celtics games. Doesn't even have tickets just to take it in. Like he's just.
I love this kid. Your kid's awesome.
Myself up. I had a 6 o'clock flight this morning. I get a text at 5:45 this morning. 5:45. It's 2 degrees in New England.
It's very
it's 2
early
degrees.
too.
Text. Walking down to the indoor. Quiggs and me getting some working. Ryan Quigley and John Tess at 6 a.m. this morning getting
Can't teach
working.
that.
Let's go.
Hey,
Let's
that
go.
has to feel
Drop
good.
table. Let's go.
Hey, that has to feel good.
Handshake grip. Let's go.
Let's go. fingertips, not the
Does any of
palm.
this make-
These are all
Yeah,
punting.
oh, yeah.
The drop
Okay.
table. Diggs knows
Let's
about
go.
it.
Turn it
I
over.
did a little punting in high school. So
Did you really?
Nothing to knock at.
He was
yeah.
terrible. He's
What is
very
it?
unathletic.
How was your
Awful.
vertical swing? Were you making that K, or did it look more like?
We didn't do those. We didn't do those in
didn't
my high
swing.
school.
He was
Yeah,
terrible.
I just did
In
a
all
swing.
honesty, listen, we always have a lot of fun with you, but in the world, in our specialist world, you truly are one of the all-time greats that we all looked at as this is a freak. I mean, this is truly a freak. And I know you have fun with it. I know everybody
Joe,
has
this
fun with
means
it.
a
And
lot.
no, I'm being very seriously. But what you were as an athlete, you still are. I mean, you're still a great athlete. But what you were as a professional athlete was somebody that it was so impressive. For those of us that coached it, that lived it, that for me that has a son that does it at that level, ACC football. It was amazing to see you play and know what you were.
This
athletically.
means a lot,
no,
man.
it's the truth. It's the truth. And I mean, I go out every week, obviously, and I'm watching the best in the world ply their craft. What you were in your absolute prime is unlike what many have ever been.
Well, thank you.
Explosive, powerful, strong, impactful. It was great.
Man, look at these
Get some
words.
tissues in
I
there,
mean,
huh?
I'm getting emotional here.
You know, like when I think
had a
the
finesse,
spectrum of what a specialist can be, and that you got the J.K. Scott Gumby over here, and then here you are. Here you are, this powerful, explosive.
Hey, Rex Ryan said the same thing to me earlier
Oh,
today.
no, don't get me. Hey, my son and Rex. No, I love Rex. Rex is a friend. Rex has been to the
Legend
house.
of a
Rex
human.
has been to the restaurant. Rex has had the calamari nabledad.
Wait,
You should
what
ask Rex
restaurant?
about
You got a
it.
restaurant?
Yeah,
Dolls. We have the family's got 2 restaurants in Connecticut. My
Got a good
brother, my
prosciutto?
brother-in-law Dalton, and my sister-in-law Allie. My wife sold out of the restaurant business when we started a family, but so we got the best of everything because she started the restaurant, and now we just get to go and drink and eat at the restaurant. But it's the family business. John works there when he's home from college.
Very nice.
And so Rex last year, I said, we got to get together over here. Why don't you come up to the house? We came, we broke some bread, we had some great wine. But Rex fell in love with the calamari nabledad, which is the best calamari you'll ever have in your life because we don't deep fry the calamari and have it come out like onion rings.
Correct.
No.
That's
Correct.
come on.
That's amateur.
It's not
Here's the
Italy.
problem. Here's the problem with doing that with your calamari. You could batter and deep fry cardboard and serve it with marinara, and people will be like, "Yeah, it's pretty good." It's
Those are
decent.
state
Yeah, it's
fairs,
pretty
by
good."
the way. That's a
You don't
state
want
fair.
that.
Yeah,
No,
it's a
Texas
state
State Fair, they do that with everything. What is
Yeah.
I could State Fair, they put this in hot oil, and they tell you it's a table, a marble table, a deep
Probably
fried marble
tastes
table.
delicious,
Delicious. You got to quickly flash fry the calamari so that it still has tenderness to it. So you
Yes.
know you're having a piece of seafood. Yes, it has some batter, but it's tender.
Do you do a lot of cooking?
And then, I'm not even done, Pat. Wait till I finish here, please.
The answer's yes. Okay.
And then you saute it on the tail end for the last minute in capers
Oh, my
and fresh
God.
crushed tomato and garlic and parsley and pignoli nuts, pine nuts, and then you saute. Then you put it on a steaming hot platter, and it's all together. The sauce, the calamari, it's spectacular.
I'm starving.
Are you a chef? Do you cook a lot? I feel like.
I cook a little bit, but I mostly drink and eat.
Let's go.
Yeah, drink
Red
number
wine
one,
guy.
eat number. Dude, there's 2 things I live for. Number 1, a good, big, huge Napa cab, only to be usurped by. And my number 1 thing.
I don't know
in
what that
life.
means. I don't know what
Napa
you
cap.
do. We don't know what that is. That a
What's
cap?
that? Usurped?
Cabaret?
A
Or
Napa
cab?
cap?
Oh, Napa Cabernet.
Oh,
Napa
of course.
Valley
That's
Cabernet.
way over. Hey, I'm an Irish.
A big. That's okay. That's okay.
0.009% Italian though.
What is it?
0.009%. I
That's
did
at least you're
23.
in the club.
That's what I actually am.
There's only
I
2
know.
kinds of people: those who are and those who want to be.
I'm actually in. Well, I wanted to be for a long
You're
time.
you are.
He was
now I'm
actually
in.
very happy
Now you're
when he
in.
got in.
I was very excited. I got an Italian club shirt.
What does that entail? And why don't I have one?
Well, we haven't put them up
We'll
for.
get you
We'll
one.
get you.
My
one.
dad runs the Italian
Are we
club
recording
back in
this at this
Pittsburgh.
point? Have
Yeah,
we
this
started
is
the
a real
podcast?
show.
Okay. The other thing that I love.
You don't remember the intro?
If you choose to ever hydrate with me,
Yeah.
I love Blanco tequila now.
Really?
Bro, let me tell you something. I may be part Mexican.
We don't know.
Love.
Really?
Now, I'm telling you straight up,
Hell
like
yeah.
my tequila collection and I love Patron. I love
the
the
rocks?
high end Patron
Oh
stuff.
yes.
I like it. I like everything. I like many tequilas. And I have many very tequila. But my boy Lee Applebaum, the CMO of Patron, and he is now. This is now the Christmas gifts. I mean,
I bet
this
it's nice
is-
being friends with the guy that owns Patron.
He doesn't
Rocks,
own it,
man.
but he's a
pretty
chief
high
marketer,
up.
and he's a tremendous human being in every way. Because when the Christmas box comes, and you are getting the estate reserves and the smoky But the Borderos, have you ever had Grand Patron Borderos?
So the last
You
time,
need
the
to
last
have
time I
this.
had
Can I just
tequila,
describe
Joe,
this
I
for
ordered
you?
100 of them and I ended up in a jail.
That's
there.
okay. That's the beauty of tequila. Because much like boxing, tequila is the theater of the unexpected, just in liquid form. Boxing is the theater of the unexpected in the ring. Tequila is the theater of the unexpected in liquid form. That's all you need to know. Okay? By the way, I'm never being invited back to the podcast.
No, yes, you are. We're hoping you never leave.
How do you drink it?
Yeah, my friend.
What an amateur question,
Let me
Joe.
tell you something. Let me tell you something. There's only one base tequila order.
Okay.
Okay? On the rocks.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Pour me a double that really is a triple, and give me 3 squeezes of lime.
There you go.
Now, if you're my favorite mixologist, Niall Ferguson, not to be confused with the Harvard
I
economist.
Love Niall.
No,
Not
of
to be
course
confused with the European
Correct.
Harvard
Well,
economist.
that's who we would have
But my
thought.
favorite
That Niall.
mixologist,
Yeah.
Niall
Yeah. That's
what I
Ferguson
was
from
thinking of.
Branford,
Obviously.
Connecticut.
Me too.
What Niall will do is he will go with the fresh lime juice,
Okay.
the Blanco tequila, a dash of Frank's Red Hot, a rim of pink Himalayan salt, a good shake over on the rocks.
That's just class.
He
Class
crushes,
personified in a glass.
crushes that.
Now, what are you
But
eating with that? You're the chef or cook, excuse me. What do you eat with the tequila?
You're not eating.
You don't eat with
Yeah,
tequila,
yeah.
number
Okay.
one. Now, I
That's
will
totally the
eat because
problem.
at some
Yeah.
point you have to sustain life, although the Mexican firewater is very good for that.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course.
But typically what would be out would be and this is I mean, I could show you 1,000 pictures. This is the base night if we're entertaining at my house. It's on the rocks, it's tequila, you got to be in, okay? At most, I'll let you get away with a Paloma, like cutting it with some grapefruit and a citrus mist, at most. Tequila on the rocks. It is salsiccia, hard sausage, Italian
Joe,
sausage.
I'm trying to
It's
lost me about
prosciutto.
7
Okay,
words.
look at
Oh,
it. It's
nice.
Italian
Speaking
sliced hard
Italian,
sausage. It's sliced prosciutto, Italian
Oh,
garlic.
okay.
We have some over there.
It's a black truffle vein Sardinian cheese known
Oh, that's my favorite. The truffle Sardinian.
yeah, it's delicious. It's called Malaterno. Repite. Look at me. Malaterno.
I actually read an article about you.
Malaterno.
About
See,
Malaterno.
and so you go with the cheeses, you go with the nuts, which I'll leave alone for you, and then you go with the sliced cured meats. And really, I mean, it is spectacular. But those are my two things in
Do
life.
you host a lot? Does the
We
Tessitore House
we
entertain a lot?
a lot.
Yeah, open house.
A lot. Now
setup?
during the football season, not as much.
Nice island
But
kitchen.
you boys get yourself to Connecticut in the off season.
So you have a
Oh.
let's set this. You have an island in the kitchen. It's open to the living room. Is that how it's set
Yeah,
up?
Martha's Vineyard?
we have sort of so a few years ago, I annihilated what was the dining room, and I just blew through that wall because I wanted to have basically just a front entertainment kitchen, just like a
Yeah.
bar.
Yeah,
Just
wide
like
open.
a big marble, just with cocktails and ice machine, just not for cooking. I wanted a kitchen that there's no use of cooking.
Okay.
Strictly for what I'm
Gathering,
describing: drinking,
tequila,
eating, fun. Standing
Conversations.
around, big flat screen TV
Clinking
for the
drinks.
brand. on a
Italian
roof.
hand gestures.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Of course.
A lot of room for
Absolutely.
activities.
Yeah.
This sounds like a dream house.
Yeah. Total. Well,
do we wanna-
it's not a dream house. It's very modest. I mean, but
dream
it's
setup, I'm
it's,
saying.
Yeah.
It's purpose minded. It has a purpose to it.
You
We
became
got the pizza oven in the backyard.
brick.
We imported from Italy. Please, it weighs
Oh
5,000 pounds.
my God! How much?
It weighs 5,000 pounds. The oven weighs
Does that come on a ship?
Well, it did. It came in pieces, and then my nice Mason friends. I mean, this thing was like a summer of getting this thing set.
But worth it.
But not propane, you understand. We do cherry wood. You got to get the thing going 1,000 degrees.
When's the last time you've been back to the homeland?
Oh no, it's because the career takes me crazy. So it's been some years. I would say it's
Get yourself to the
6,
Amalfi
7 years.
Coast.
My
It's
mother
very
goes
nice.
back. Well, my mother grew up about a half an hour away from the Amalfi Coast, but we'll have to do that. We'll have to do a for the brand
It's very
trip
nice.
to Italy. We could go over there and find some good place kickers.
I think we can find
Tavecchio.
Yeah,
But
there you go.
he's not from Italy. He's from Milan.
Papa Giorgio. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's from up north.
Well, then we
northern
do a
Italy.
camp in
He's
Italy.
from northern Italy.
Get those guys from the north.
Europeans.
Well,
not really
Tarico's
Italians.
Italian too. We can take Tarico with us.
Absolutely. You've got a lot of Italians in our business.
Speaking of your business,
But I'm a proud American, obviously.
yeah, 50%. I'm like 50% Irish, 49 point.
You look great, by the way, Pat. Just life
Dieting.
is treating you. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I used
You
to
look
just
great.
abuse myself.
Like,
Like
to what
pizza,
extent?
wings, alcohol.
carved it up.
every day of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you're getting a good workout in every day.
Yeah, now I got workout. I got to eat. I'm on this keto thing. I'm taking these pills.
But it works.
Works.
The keto. Because what it is you're putting logs on the fire that burn. Well, that's what it is. Your body is a
That was a high five you heard in the background.
But your body's
It's a
a
lot of
furnace,
stuff.
and if you put the logs on there and you keep that furnace just burning and burning, but you carb it up, you're putting a wet blanket on the furnace.
It's true. It's 100% true.
Yeah, so
I don't
that's
even do
great.
cardio. I just eat. I just don't eat the carbs.
Cardio's so overrated. I do
Terrible.
like 12 minutes of cardio. You know what it is? I'm going to tell you what it is. If you knock out a ton of push-ups every day,
Herschel Walker.
he was just here.
Did you see him?
I mean, I'm telling you, I swear by it. That's the truth, man. You got to blast the push-ups.
Okay, so
They're
you're
hard, though.
you're a
They are.
man.
That's the pain in the.
You look good. You
Oh, you're
look
very
damn
kind. I'm
good.
an old man, though. Yeah.
I will say this: was Monday Night Football the dream?
Yeah, bro. I mean, what am I supposed to sit there and lie to you?
No, that's Super Bowl though. That's Super Bowl, right? That's
No,
like,
obviously, if
for
we
a
had the Super-
broadcaster.
yes, but there's 4 big jobs in broadcasting football in our country, right?
Thursday, Sunday.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
college,
Nance
Saturday.
has one of them, right?
Yep.
Michaels is one of them. Buck has one of them, and then Wittenberg and I have one of them. We're very blessed in that.
Hell yeah! So
right?
you get that opportunity to do that. Enjoy the process. Is it like an all-week study?
Oh my
like,
God, it's every second of the week, Pat.
Because you also do boxing and everything else. It's
Yeah.
like
Now
how
during the
do
football
you,
season, the only boxing I will do will
The
be
Heisman.
the big night of the Heisman. We do that big show at MSG with either Bud Crawford or Vasily Lomachenko, or like in past big Manny Pacquiao for something. But so a Bud Crawford fight came in the middle of the football season when he had that big knockout on ESPN, and the next day I had to get up and do the Packers game. I had to fly to Green Bay, do meetings, do that game Monday night, and then Bud Crawford's a diehard Packers fan, so he actually flew up, went to that game too. Heisman weekend, I had to do the Lomachenko fight at Madison Square Garden, that great knockout he had.
incredible. That
It was
whole place.
That 11th round was unbelievable.
That whole place was
11th round
electric.
unbelievable. And then I had to fly out and do Vikings at Seattle. So those are complicated weekends. But what makes them really complicated is that the amount of prep it takes to do Monday Night Football, at least the way I do, like a jackass. I mean, I grind. I mean,
No,
I
you're
got to know
prepared.
I grind. And so those are challenging, but there's only a couple of those during the football season. Now, this weekend, we do have championship fights in Dallas on Saturday night. I have the Super Bowl where Wittenberger and I are doing the international English feed. So if you're in Australia or New Zealand, an expat,
So you're calling the Super Bowl.
we are calling the Super Bowl.
Let's go.
Oh, there you go.
There we Yeah,
Hey,
it's an
cheers
honor.
to you,
Yeah,
man.
Thank you. So
You called
now,
the national
listen,
championship, too.
you're not going to hear it unless you're in Sydney or Melbourne or.
There's a lot of people
New
over
Zealand.
there.
Yeah, but
Good punters.
But
Great
a lot of-
punters. Hey, you should
Nathan.
give love.
Oh, yeah.
Nathan, just giving Nathan some love over here.
Hey,
Pro
you-
Kick Academy. Now you know we're Coles guys, though. We promote
Pro
Jamie
Kick
Cole.
Australia is not bad though.
They're pretty good.
They're doing a lot of
I've
good
talked
work.
to them.
Yeah,
They're doing good work. I don't love the bastardization in the college game. I don't love it. But my respect. We're going to get that ball off. Our ops time is going to be 1.95. We're going to do it the right way. The college game.
Hey,
Is,
What did you-
look at all these stats you just dropped?
Say it.
Do you call
Under
a
2 or
college
it's
game
blocked.
different than the NFL game?
What's that?
Do you call a college game differently than an NFL
Yes,
game?
a bit, because in the NFL, you understand that the daily narratives are consumed by the country all the time. You don't have to educate the viewer much on who these people are, or the backstories of the event. When you do college football, it's a standalone event, an individual. At least the games that I was doing with Todd Blackledge, the big SEC games or the big, Big Ten games, where it was this special standalone one-off event where it's introducing people to some new faces and the pageantry of it all. Listen, we know the NFL narratives day in and day out. It's a continuous soap opera that's 365 days a year, so you're really properly documenting the game, but making it just the next chapter in the day of the NFL, right? Even though Monday Night Football is a standalone deal, Sunday Night Football is a standalone deal, you better know the league inside and out.
Yeah, because you can't trigger something. Because nowadays, especially with social media, you can trigger
Hey,
anything.
dude, I watched your highlights from your broadcast.
Come on, Joe. What you think?
Oh, I was so busy, but I was like, I got to get a piece of this. So I was on Twitter. I was on the line. I was trying to watch as much as I could. I thought you were unique.
Hey, hey.
No, here's what I thought.
Come on.
That's the
here's what I
responses
thought.
I've gotten from the
here's,
network.
Here's what I thought. I'm going to be honest with you. I think.
This fucking chair.
I think.
This goddamn wicker is getting your
Can somebody go to Home Depot, please? This is unbelievable here. Number one, great TV is sincere TV, and it's authentic TV. There's nothing more I hate than fake television. So you were completely authentic. When there was the fake, it was my dream. I said, Pat's on a game, and there's a fake.
I appreciate
and
it.
you crushed it.
Thank
crushed
you.
It. So I am often criticized because I'm a passion-based, intense broadcaster, and I don't fall in line with being your cookie-cutter kind of generic. I try to just give a respectful, documented call. But I can't help it sometimes if my passion, my intensity comes through my call. For you, it's unbridled, right? It's so pure and it's so authentic, and I have a great desire to hear more of that. Now,
hey,
the average American consuming the NFL, where they've been conditioned to something in these rigid lines and these borders for decade after decade, I can't tell you what they think. I have a feeling what they think. I love you. I really do.
That means a lot.
There's a bias involved here, and obviously, But I hope you liked it, and I hope you understand kind of all that goes into it. I understand we had a wardrobe issue.
Yeah, I don't know how to tie a tie.
We had a wardrobe issue.
I had to wear a scarf. There's a lot of things, man.
We had a lot of issues with. So
yeah, there was a lot.
The polish of TV wasn't necessarily for you.
It's not my thing.
We'll get there.
There's a lot of.
Can we get a McAfee mobile on Monday night? Or
Would that be good? The McAfee mobile?
Yeah. Down on the, because it'd be on the
That thing
end
is,
zones.
that would be crazy with him. Who's special teams correspondent over here?
Put me on the drone.
If Pat and I were ever on Monday Night Football together, it would be 30% special teams talk. And
there's a lot to talk about.
Breaking down everything, man.
Joe, I appreciate you. We got to get you on a golf club so you can do this charity thing.
I'm sorry. Did we? I'm still not sure we started this. Did we?
No, we haven't started. We'll start here in a second. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Atlanta with Joe Tessitore. And that's the show. Wow, have a great one.
Awesome,
hey, paisan.
Molto piacere, grazie.
Caporale. Calamari at the party.